Hi everyone, welcome back to Bierstube beer reviews. This time with another German Munich, very traditional beer, Löwenbräu. And of all the beers that I've been looking forward to try for a very long time, this has been the main one because it's one of the big six in Munich, the last one that I'm having on this channel from the big six in Munich, which is Hofbräu, Spaten, Paulaner, Augustiner, Hackerpschor, and this Löwenbräu. And it's very, very legendary. Of the Oktoberfest, these brewers' tents, this is the biggest tent that Löwenbräu is having. So the bottle, very, very classical, looking like this. Löwenbräu, it's just really fun to say that. And you can see the classic blue and golden label, and the cap here also as well of Löwenbräu. And here's the back label. It's today owned by InBev Group, the world's biggest brewery group, which also is owning Spaten and Franziskaner. Those are the other big German brands, together with Löwenbräu. And I'm going to give you some information about this brewery. First of all, some short text. As you can see, here I am again, as safely surrounded by some of my best friends, the bears, the German bears. And I'm looking forward to this Löwenbräu so much that I even did cut my hair earlier today, just to start off new and look good together with this great beer. According to several sources, Löwenbräu was founded 1383, but the year is quite contentious. In 1818, Löwenbräu was purchased by Georg Bräu, who made it Munich's largest brewery. In 1997, Löwenbräu merged with Spaten, another legendary Munich brewery. Löwenbräu Original is a classic Munich lager, soft and malt with a light hops background. The brewery's range also includes a dry, well-hopped premium pils, an alcohol-free beer, a golden unfiltered wheat beer, and a stronger Oktoberfest beer. And some more information that is interesting regarding Löwenbräu. For a long time, the founding date was 1383. This statement can be considered wrong today. A possible predecessor was first mentioned in 1524. This year, Jörg Schneider, beer brewer on estate Löwengrube 17, was named. The name Löwenbräu, however, was first mentioned in the Beer Brew Directory of Munich in 1746. And I think I can read a longer history about this. Löwenbräu is alleged to have been founded around 1383. In 1524, Jörg Schneider, a beer brewer, is mentioned in connection with the property at the address 17 Löwengrube. The brewery was first mentioned in 1746 in the Munich tax records. The lion emblem originates from a 17th century fresco in the brewing house depicting Daniel in the lion's den. In 1818, Georg Bräu, a beer brewer of peasant origins, bought the brewery, which began to grow under his management. In 1826, brewing operations began moving to a new location on Nymphenburger Straße. The move was completed in 1851. By 1863, Löwenbräu had become the largest brewery in Munich, producing a quarter of the city's beer output. The brewery was formally incorporated in 1872 under the name Aktienbrauerei zum Löwenbräu. As brewer and owner Ludwig Bräu acquired the neighboring properties of Nicolas Nastel Bierwirt, which is seller of beer. By Bräu's order in 1882 and 1883, the Rank brothers built the Löwenbräu Keller according to the plans of Albert Schmidt on the brewery's property. The grand opening of the Löwenbräu Keller was on 14 June 1883. In 1886, the Lion trademark was registered. Around the turn of the century, Löwenbräu was the largest brewery in Germany, though strongly depends on exports. The export business was affected by World War I. For example, the Löwenbräu London depot closed for the duration, making its employees redundant. In 1921, Löwenbräu merged with Unionsbräu Schülein and Munich Bürgerbräu, two other breweries. These mergers brought Löwenbräu more property, including Bürgerbräu Keller. In 1923, this beer hall became noted as the location of the unsuccessful beer hall putsch, which Adolf Hitler led against the governments of the German state of Bavaria, of which Munich was the state capital. In 1928, the company's beer production first exceeded 1 million hectoliters per year. The supervisory board of the new corporation included Wilhelm von Fink, one of the owners of Bürgerbräu, and Josef Schülein, who was Jewish. Schülein's later tenure as the company's owner led the National Socialists to deride Löwenbräu beer as Jews beer. An Allied raid in 1945 destroyed the brewery. Why the Allies is destroying Jews' properties is a question that remains unanswered. After the war, an agreement was reached with the Schülein heirs, who had fled to the United States to ensure the survival of the brewery. It resumed the export beer in 1948, first to Switzerland. Löwenbräu's market position in Upper Bavaria and financing made possible by its large real estate holdings helped drive worldwide sales of their beer. In North America, Löwenbräu came to be considered the archetype of Munich beer, as shown by its presence in the Montreal Expo in 1967. In 1975, Miller Brewing acquired the North American rights to Löwenbräu. After 2 years of export, Miller began brewing Löwenbräu domestically with an Americanized recipe, and exports of Munich Löwenbräu to North America ceased. Anheuser-Busch, whose Michelob brand Miller had intended Löwenbräu to compete with, called the attention of the regulators and the public to changes Miller had made to mass-produce the beer for the American market, changes which introduced artificial ingredients that would not have been allowed under the German Reinheitsgebot that Miller advertised Löwenbräu as being compliant with. No regulatory action was taken, but sales of Löwenbräu dropped to the point where it was clear that the brand would not seriously compete with Michelob for the premium beer segment. In 1999, the North American rights to Löwenbräu passed to the Labatt Brewing Company, which began to brew Löwenbräu in Canada for both Canadian and US markets, with the same recipe used in Germany. That's of course a good thing. Labatt's production of Löwenbräu ended in 2002, and exports of Munich Löwenbräu to North America resumed, although on a much smaller scale than had been the case before Miller deal. In 1997, Löwenbräu merged with Spaten Franziskanerbräu to form Spaten Löwenbräu Gruppe, which was sold to Interbrew in 2003. In 2004, Interbrew merged with Ambev to form InBev, in which 2005 acquired Anheuser-Busch to form Anheuser-Busch InBev. So that's easy to understand why that's the biggest group in the world. So many big breweries forming together, merging together. Proposals to relocate the Löwenbräu brewery out of the Munich city center have failed despite the company's international ownership. Today, Löwenbräu has one of the oldest beer gardens in Munich. In 2014, Labatt regained the Canadian rights to Löwenbräu and began brewing Löwenbräu at their London, Ontario brewery, producing a smaller 473 milliliters can, and soon after releasing a 341 milliliters bottle. In November 2014, Canadian sommelier, wine consultant and writer Jamie Drummond called for boycott of the Canadian-made Löwenbräu in the online publication Good Food Revolution, claiming the new product to be inferior, different in taste to the original. And here is also a small text about Oktoberfest. Löwenbräu beer has been served at every Oktoberfest in Munich since 1810. Because only beers that are produced in Munich are permitted to be sold at the Oktoberfest, Löwenbräu is one of 6 Munich breweries represented, along with Augustinerbräu, Hofbräu, Hacker, Pschorr, Paulaner and the Spaten. For the Oktoberfest, Löwenbräu brews a special Märzen beer called Oktoberfest beer, or Wiesen beer, which is translated to meadow beer, referring to the Bavarian name of the festival site, the Wiesen. 2 of the large tents at Oktoberfest, the Löwenbräu Festhalle and the Schützenfestzelt, are sponsored by Löwenbräu. Oktoberfest beer, also known as Münchner beer, is registered trademark of the Club of Munich Brewers. Bavarian beer and Munich beer in particular are protected by the European Union and PGI. So, quite interesting history about this one. And finally over to the tasting part of this Löwenbräu. Big moment for me, I can say that, because I've been looking forward to it a lot. It was really hard for me to find. Also, I don't know why it's easier to find the other 5 breweries than this one, because it's owned by such a big group, so it should be easy to find, but it wasn't, for me at least. But finally, I'm gonna try it, and it has been worth the wait. So, one last look of the label, Löwenbräu Original. Here you see the big lion also as well. Not much on the back label since it's owned by InBev, so it's just text on different languages. Gebraut von Löwenbräu AG, München, Löwenbräu Original, 11.8 Stammwürze. Vollbier, Zutaten Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hopfen, Hopfenextrakt. Spaten.de is the brewer's website here. I know that Löwenbräu also has a website, so I can link to that instead. What more? Ein Bier wie Bayern seems to be the slogan. Löwenbräu Original, gebraut nach dem deutschen Reinheitsgebot. Münchner Brautradition, alcohol content 5.2. Yeah, that's all information that there is. And it's looking so classical and so nice, in my opinion. I just have to show it to you once again before I'm going to the tasting part. Löwenbräu Original. Really, really great. So, finally, open up Löwenbräu and pour it up. Really think this is gonna be really, really nice. Enjoyed by so many. It has to be nice. See, big white foam, and also that it's too much, too fast pouring. Really doesn't matter, it's just Bavarian beer style, in my opinion. So, compact white foam, and nice with the color also as well. As you can see, the small bubbles, really beautiful, and the compact white foam, of course, which is important to build up and maintain all the way through, as I used to mention, keeps the right taste in the glass. The aromas is also very typical for the style. Fresh and nice, as a Munich Helles Vollbier. Let's put this one right here. So, let's try it. Finally, Löwenbräu here on the channel. Prost! Nice, of course. As you can see, really easy to drink. Might be because I've been having so high expectations of it, and looking forward to it a lot. That I've been longing for it for a very long time, as I mentioned. Of course, it doesn't disappoint. It's real high quality, and definitely a good choice. Definitely something I recommend for you to try if you find it. As I said, for me it has been really hard to find, so I hope you can find it. This is how it looks. Show it to you once again. Löwenbräu, and it's really great in taste. Nice Munich pale lager, fresh, well balanced, really great in every way. So definitely a big recommendation. Yeah, this is one that is really easy to drink, and one that I could drink many of. Great in taste. So, I think that's it for now regarding Löwenbräu, and I really hope that you like my reviews. Please feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and that you look forward to the upcoming reviews. There's, as always, a lot of interesting ones that will be coming up in the future, so hope you look forward to that. And hope I see you again in next German beer review.